Y'all say Atlanta got 20,000 new cases of HIV and AIDS. Like, what in the fuck is going on in ATL? Is everybody just
What you think going on in ATL?
giving it out? 20,000 new cases? When was the last report for the last cases? And how many was the total before they got these 20 new cases? And imagine the people that ain't even said nothing or ain't told nobody and still just running around just doing it. Atlanta has 25,000. No, not 25,000. 20,000 new cases of HIV. So I see a lot of
Probably 25,000 by the time this video came out. Whoop-de-doo.
people on PrEP, a lot of people on whatever clinical medicine that you got to take. Now, what is PrEP? Is PrEP the medicine that HIV people take? Or is PrEP the medicine that they take to prevent it or to keep your numbers undetected? Like, what's going on with this? Like, so when you take the test and they say make you undetectable, like you still got it, or are you just not sick as you should be? Like, somebody drop in the comments, what's going on? Like, what is PrEP? And what is the medicine that they take? And what does it mean when they say you'll be undetected? Like, you still got it, or you just not sick? Like, what's going on? But like I say, y'all be careful, and not just in Atlanta, just be careful, period. You know what I'm saying? That's just a warning for people. Be careful. Try to know your status. Try to know your partner's status, and try to just be protected. For real. Because it's just too much going on. People, you don't want to live with that. You don't want to live with that.
Every time it's it's not surprising. We already know how they get down in Atlanta. It's not really shocking, right? Atlanta been on the radar. It was basically HIV capital at one point. The crazy part is other cities are creeping up right behind and knocking them down from time to time. They might not be number one right now, but every time they got a spike in cases, you already know why, man. You know how they getting down in the A, man. And you know what they say. It's a whole stigma behind Atlanta, for real. You know what I mean?
I wanna chime in too, because you said it's a lot of shit going on. 20,000 more HIV cases have been detected in Atlanta, so y'all make sure y'all wrap it up. Okay, we can continue.
That's crazy.
20,000 new cases. You know how, bro, 20,000 is a lot.
That's why the HIV shit is high as fuck right now. I'm not gonna lie. Because the men on the men, and then they going to some bitches. That's why the shit so high. DL
20K.
20,000.
And she said it. She said exactly what I was referencing. Y'all knew what I was talking about. That's what's going on, not only in the A, in Atlanta for sure, but everywhere else too. It's a lot of that going on, man, and I don't know why people don't want to wear condoms. Everybody act like they're allergic to condoms. I think that's how it really started. People started saying that, I'm allergic to condoms, and the women was just like, okay, well, it's okay. And these days, like y'all know, if y'all been watching the channel, that's like an insult. That's considered an insult if you pull up to a hookup and you got a condom. They feel insulted. What, you don't trust me? No, I don't. And I care about my life. You don't. They probably won't even let you hit it because you got a condom. It's crazy, man. It's wild out here. It used to be if you didn't have one, they wouldn't let you sleep with them. Now, if you got one, you can't sleep with them. It's wild. Wild. Now, you know, as always, we have to put a nurse in there, somebody that works in these testing facilities, these clinics. We got to let them talk about it because they're dealing with these people on a day-to-day. They're the ones testing people. They're also telling people their results. Let's hear what a nurse has to say about the increase in cases in Atlanta.
As a nurse who lives in Atlanta, my advice for you guys is to be sure that you are checking those my charts. I would advise even going to get tested together. People make jokes about it all the time, but there's young people, there's old people, there's healthy looking people, there's all kinds of people infected with HIV.
HIV does not have a look. Not all the time. Sometimes you could tell, you know, when they start really breaking down and getting closer to having AIDS, you can kind of see it. Everybody you can't tell. Most people you can't tell at all. They look like everybody else. You wouldn't even know they were carrying it. And yes, you should probably start going to the clinic with the person you're about to sleep with. But people be in the moment so much, they're not even doing all of that. They're not about to wait on test results to come back, nothing. People are meeting them that night and sleeping with them that same night. A couple hours later. That's the problem.
And they are not lying about the numbers. People that you would not even think, they look like you and I, completely healthy and with full-blown AIDS, okay? So my advice to you guys is to not be out here hunching people freely without knowing their status. Get your status checked. This is something to take very, very, very seriously. And y'all should not just be willing to lay down with anyone without knowing those results, because it's really real out here.
And for the next nigga that asks me where the hoes at, fuck nigga, go to Atlanta. Yeah, don't ask why. Just know they fucking. Might be a little hot, but they fucking.
Might get burnt. They might give you something. Girl, give me that there. Girl, give me that HIV. Horrible. For real, they gonna give it to you though. And it's not a laughing matter, anybody that got it. I know I got people in my comment section that have been born with it. I be seeing that all the time. It's a dude, every time I post these videos, he say he was born with it, man. Shout out to you. That's tough, man. You strong, my brother, you strong. Or anybody that was born with it, it's not fair. You didn't even have a chance, you know. But I don't want to disrespect nobody. I don't want this to be no laughing matter. You know, we all make jokes and whatnot, but it's really like that, man. It's sad. Now, the first lady, she was asking, what is PrEP? Who is it for? How does it protect people, or how does it work in general? This right here is my swag. It's like, no, this right here is some information on PrEP, man. There's some info on PrEP for those that don't know.
PrEP is for anybody that's sexually active. Happy Black History Month from Black woman with a degree in public health. In 2014, I got my master's in public health. I spent my time studying how HIV affected Black women. According to the CDC, Black people make up 40% of the new HIV diagnoses, and of that 40%, almost half are Black women.
Dang it.
I know PrEP is typically marketed towards gay men, but in reality, if you're having sex, you can contract HIV. It has nothing to do with being gay. And I know there's a stigma around taking PrEP, but PrEP is to protect you from the HIV virus. I think we need to start being real with ourselves and having real conversations, especially in the South where the numbers are rising. And we all know why the numbers are rising in the South. There's no point in saying it in this video. But I want to say, Black women, we need to protect ourselves. Stop thinking that PrEP is only for gay men. PrEP is for anybody that is having sex. If you're having sex, you can contract any STD, including HIV. Please educate yourselves on PrEP and wrap it up for the love of God.
You know what's going on too? People can't afford condoms. That's what's going on too. They walk around looking like money, can't even afford no condom. Spent their last on that little weed and that little bottle that they pulling up on you with. That's what's happening too. Think I'm wrong. Some of y'all can't even afford a condom. As much as y'all sleeping with people, you will go broke. Be spending $1,000 a month on condoms. It'll be a whole bill. Spend more on condoms than your rent. That's why y'all stopped. Here's another nurse. She grew up in the 80s when the HIV epidemic began. You know, when crack hit the streets, AIDS and HIV as well, both of them, they hit the streets just as hard.
Hello, all you beautiful people. I'm a nurse, and I grew up in the 80s and was a kid of the 80s. And so one of the big health concerns that was prevalent in the 80s was HIV and AIDS. And it was something that we talked about in school. It was something that was on the news that we talked about at home. And, you know, people were afraid of it because at that time when it came out, if you got it, you died. And it was a terrible, terrible way to die. Well, I'm here to tell you that as a nurse, I am personally seeing a rise in not just HIV, but AIDS. Patients with full-blown AIDS. We live in a time when that's not necessary. We have drugs that will basically eliminate the viral load, but it is still a community health issue, and this patient population is it's one of the saddest, most pitiful things I've ever seen because
it is sad, it is pitiful. Why would you want to be a drug addict? You got to look at it like that. They have drugs for you when you have this. Now you need that drug. Your body is relying on that drug. You're a drug addict. That's the way drugs work. Your body does not function right without it. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with it? Just protect yourself.
They are dealing with opportunistic infections, meaning that they have a virus that is preventing their body from fighting off pneumonias, funguses, viruses, bacterial infections, parasitic infections. It is affecting their ability to absorb nutrition, so they're wasting away. For some of them, it's affecting their cognitive ability, so they're nonverbal. You know, they're just at the mercy of whatever we can do for them in the hospital, and it doesn't have to be that way. There are medications to help you if you are faced with HIV, and it is still out there in the community. So people, talk to each other, talk to your children, protect them, tell them what's going on. Make sure that they're aware of it. You know, that I think because we don't talk about it anymore, people think, it's okay, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It is a big deal. I've seen way too much of it recently in the hospital. And there is treatment. You just need an infectious disease doctor and a consultant, somebody to help you keep up with HIV therapies. So if you know somebody that has it, or if you have it yourself and you need more information, I would go to hiv.gov, because the CDC and the NIH didn't really offer much when I went and looked it up. I was just curious because I have had so many patients recently that are positive.
I hear the medicines are expensive too. That's the part they don't talk about either. It's expensive. In an economy like this, you don't want that extra on you. That's too much to be paying extra when it's already hard to survive right now. Now you got to worry about how can you afford your drugs. You see, it's just not worth it overall. Who wants to have that? All because you wanted to have a good time, or you wanted to be promiscuous, or you wanted to get as many bodies as you can. You see what I'm saying? Hey man, I don't want to speak too much on it, man, but this was going on in Atlanta. Is it surprising to you? Probably not, just like it's not surprising to me. I covered Detroit yesterday. Today I'm doing Atlanta. In the next video, another city. I'm not going to tell you. Smash subscribe if you want to see it when I upload it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Once again, it's your brother YT. Peace. And to my Hebrew fam, shalom. I'll catch y'all on the next one.